Hey, what's up you guys, it's Mark David here, and I am gonna rank all the movies that I saw in August. So I watched 15, 16 including Shang-Chi, but I'm not gonna include it in this list because it's not out yet. But yeah, I have 15 films, and I'm gonna rank all of them in order from my least favorite all the way up to my favorite. So before we get started, make sure you subscribe. I like to do movie reviews, sometimes some unboxings. But yeah, please consider. Let's get started. Alright, coming in at number 15, the worst movie that I saw in August was Sweet Girl from Netflix. Oh my god, that movie was so bad. The plot was so stupid. There was a stupid twist at the end. It just horrible. Horrible. Don't even waste your time watching it. Number 14, Don't Breathe 2. This movie did not need a sequel, and I can't believe how we're supposed to take a liking to this old man as the protagonist, even though he does some more crazy shit following the first film. The writers for this film, I'm just so upset at, like, the stuff they created for this film was just too much for me. The fight sequences were okay, but that's all it has for it. Number 13, Reminiscence. This had potential, but it failed epically. I think it would have been a better movie as a TV show. There's just, I don't know, it's pretty boring. I like the world. I wish we saw more world building and how it led up to that. But other than that, it's just a dumb, overcomplicated love story. But yeah. Number 12, Stillwater. This movie was advertised as a father who is helping his daughter get out of jail for a crime she didn't commit. And this movie is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. And I kid you not, everything he does for his daughter is in the trailer. Everything else is something completely different and like doesn't even relate to the story. So it was a huge waste of time. Yeah, Matt Damon has some great chemistry with the little girl, but that's pretty much it. Huge waste of time, and super annoying that they didn't even stick to the plot that they were advertising. Number 11, Respect. I really wanted to like this film, but a biopic of Aretha Franklin should have been so much better than what they gave us. Obviously, Jennifer Hudson is amazing as Aretha Franklin, but the whole film focuses like 90% of the time of just negative stuff in her life, and I thought that was so, like, honestly I thought it was rude. Like, she has done so much in her life, and I understand people don't have perfect lives, but they should have balanced the story with good and bad. The whole film was just negative towards her life and her, so I didn't really enjoy it that much. I do enjoy the songwriting process and how they show that, but that's pretty much it. Yeah. Number 10, Vivo, the animated film from Sony that was sold to Netflix. I thought it was very cute. It has a really heartwarming story. Pretty basic, nothing crazy. It's written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and a lot of the songs reminded me of In the Heights. I feel like he needs to get a little bit better with versatility in the music because it's all starting to sound alike, and he's doing like a movie per studio at this point, so he needs to be careful. I still enjoyed it. The animation wasn't top tier. It was honestly kind of whack. But yeah, it was alright. Nothing crazy. Number 9, Paw Patrol the movie. I surprisingly like this movie a lot. It's very entertaining. It's good for the kids. It's good for the parents. If you don't have kids, you probably won't watch it. But if you were to be dragged along to a movie theater, I think you would enjoy it a lot. Very entertaining for the kids. Like I said, just put it on Paramount Plus if you want to take them to the theaters. Enjoyable and nothing crazy. Number 8, The Protege. The Protege stars Maggie Q and Michael Keaton. I thought they were both amazing. The movie was way better than the trailers. I liked the action sequences, and the story was okay. It's a typical assassin story, nothing crazy, but Maggie Q was phenomenal. I wish we got more fight scenes with Michael Keaton because he was pretty badass, and I'm excited to see him as the Batman and his fight scenes now. But yeah, a really solid film. Number 7, Halsey's If I Can Have Love, I Want Power. The album experience movie that she made absolutely amazing. I loved hearing the music before the album came out. A lot of great costumes, a really good dark storyline too. It touches on a lot of different subjects. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I thought it was a great experience for the album, and I kind of hope more artists do this because it was it was like an hour film with all her music, and I mean, why not? It was a good experience. It had an overall tone to it, and it was just so good. I love Halsey. Number 6, The Night House. This is a super underrated horror film starring Rebecca Hall. She's super underrated herself. She did absolutely amazing in the role. I absolutely loved her. The story is very dark. It has some dark humor in it. It's so good. It's a psychological thriller that gets you thinking, and it's just so good. It reminded me a lot of The Invisible Man from January 2020 with the camera work and everything. So really, really good. Definitely recommend watching it if you haven't. And there's a really good jump scare that got me so bad. It's just an amazing film. Number 5, Val. This movie was made by Val Kilmer, and it has footage from throughout his life, from when he first, before he even started acting when he was little, all the way up to now. It was a really crazy experience, and honestly, for him to think ahead and like record a lot of his life experiences to make it into a film was insane. If you don't know, he has throat cancer, so he had his voice narrate the movie, and it's just so well done to see a huge chunk of his life from behind the scenes. There's a lot of cool behind the scenes moments from movie sets, which were, honestly, I find it interesting because we don't really get a lot of that stuff anymore. So I definitely recommend checking it out. Really good, very heartbreaking, heartwarming. Like, I had all the emotions through it. Super, super amazing film. Number 4, The Green Knight. This film was absolutely insane. It's very divisive in terms of who likes it and who doesn't. I personally enjoyed the medieval story. Like, this is probably one of the only medieval stories that I really enjoyed. I'm not a huge fan of medieval times, but this one was done really well. The quest was freaking amazing. It kind of reminded me of Lord of the Rings and the Game of Thrones mixed together, so that was really cool to see, and visually stunning movie. Like, you can literally pause the movie and make a poster out of a frame throughout the whole film. It has amazing colors, and it's just a really great artistic film. If you're into film, like if you're a film junkie, I think you'll enjoy this film a lot. Number 3, Free Guy. Ryan Reynolds knocked this movie out the park. I honestly had low expectations. I hated the trailers, mostly because I've been seeing the trailers for years now, and they play it in front of every goddamn movie. But seeing it in this fullest, finally, it was such a great surprise. There's so many surprises, so many cameos from actors. It's probably one of the best movies I've seen this whole year. The whole video game aspect of it was amazing, and they touch on AI and treating AI as a person, and they actually know how to juggle that story really well. But man, visually beautiful, a lot of cameos, a really fun movie, super funny. Obviously, it's Ryan Reynolds, and definitely in my top 3 for the month. Number 2, The Candyman. This is probably my favorite horror film right now. It's so good. I watched it twice already, and I want to watch it again. Oh my god, Nia DaCosta did amazing job with this movie. She co-wrote it with Jordan Peele. They do talk about social racial injustice, police brutality, gentrification, and it was just a really good film that tackles a lot of real life problems that we have today. Visually stunning, and I love how it connected to the original Candyman. It's like a spiritual sequel, and it just adds on to the story. I see both movies as a whole, to be honest. Like, it's just, oh my god, it's just so freaking good. And yeah, like honestly, I don't really have too many complaints like other people do, but oh my god, it's just visually beautiful, and the cinematography, oh, mind blown, amazing. Finally, number one, The Suicide Squad. I absolutely love this movie. I watched it in theaters 4 times. I watched it at home twice on HBO Max. James Gunn is a mastermind. He did a phenomenal job putting all these characters together, giving each one a moment to shine, and I absolutely loved each and every character, and I want to see more. I can't wait for Peacemaker on HBO Max, the series. Harley Quinn had a badass fight scene. Polka Dot Man was one of my favorites. Ratcatcher 2 had a really great, compelling storyline. Bloodsport was so badass. Like, oh my god, there's just so much. King Shark, lovable, huggable. I would want to hug him, even though he can probably eat me. There's just so many great elements. The action, the story, everything is just perfect. The CGI is nearly flawless. It's just so freaking amazing what James Gunn was able to do. So those were my August movies ranked. If you want to participate, just comment down below the movies you watched and in the order that you like them from least to best. I would love to see that from you guys. And once again, if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I am doing unboxings, movie reviews, stuff like this. I'm trying to put more on my channel, and I would appreciate the support. But thank you guys for watching.